And it looks like I'm live. Hi, I'm Kelly Coates Gilbert from Dallas, Texas. And as you know, we've been a little bit of a sabbatical on these She's Reading Author Lives. And it's because, I'm just going to tell you the truth, the technology got to be just such a pain after Facebook changed all its deprecation of all the technical stuff that I just gave up. I thought I'm done with fighting this. But I think as some new products have come out and some new changes, and so I'd like to try again. And I have a guest tonight that you guys are going to love. But first, I have to go in here and I have to share it so that the girls in the group get it. Right now, you're live on YouTube and we're live on the She's Reading page. There we go. We're live. Let me share it. I think it's working. Woo, let's see. I think it's working. Well, I'm excited. That wasn't so hard this time. Anyway, it's been a while, and I hope that you guys will start joining me again, because I think what we're going to do, and I do these kind of like I write by the seat of my pants, but the plan is to do this on Thursdays, the first Thursday of every month at 6:00 Central Time. So we may deviate from that a little bit, but that's kind of the plan. Okay. And I just wanted to let you know that for those of you who are new to us, we have about 50 of these live author chats from the past that we have published up on YouTube. The YouTube channel is the same name, Kelly. She's Reading with Kelly Coates Gilbert. So if you love these things, you can go over to YouTube and just watch till your heart's content, and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and then you'll get notified every time we come live with these. So I hope you do that. But without further ado, I'm going to bring up our guest, who happens to be a close friend of mine. And let me introduce her before I bring her up. Her name is up on the banner there. She's Leanna Ellis. We are friends from way back when we were both early publishing in our early careers, about 10, 12 years ago. We hung together a little bit. And then, so I've known her for a long time, but more than that, I've been a fan of her work. She writes such amazing stories that make me laugh, and anything that can make me cry or make me scared or make me laugh, those are good books to me. And if you enjoy laughing, you found your new author, Leanna Ellis. In fact, her website, this is her tagline: love, life, laughter. Not always in that order. She's an author of rom-coms and sweet small town romances. Both are infused with that laugh out loud moments I mentioned. She lives in Texas with a husband and an adorable dog. You might check out her Facebook page to see pictures. Adorable. And she's the mom of some adult children. But more importantly, she bakes sourdough bread. And let me tell you, she brought some over, and my husband almost left me for Leanne. He loved her sourdough bread. So not only is she talented as a writer, but she makes remarkable sourdough bread. Her readers describe her this way: Leanne delivers everything readers of clean romance are looking for. Another review said, this review was from a retired wedding planner. And she said, I knew I would love this series. These are great reads. Another one says, Leanne's writing was smooth and beautifully crafted. And yes, she is a wonderful writer. And another reviewer said they loved every page and they were sorry to see the book end. So without further ado, let's bring up Leanna and talk about her new release, The Wedding Run. Hello, Leanna.
Hey, Kelly.
I'm so tickled to have you here.
Thank you.
I really, I knew that once you decided to write this new series, I knew that I wanted to try to put you on She's Reading, because the members that are here and the people that hang, I know they're just going to love your books. So let's just get started and tell them a little bit about your journey to publication and about this series.
Well, I've been writing forever.
Like
I
me,
think it
us
feels
old
like that,
dogs.
but long before I met you, I think. Yeah. So about 1,000 years. And I kind of think of my writing journey as seasons. We go through different seasons. So I had my early romance writing season, and then I had my women's fiction writing season. And in between all of that, I was raising kids and homeschooling and getting them off and into their careers and studying screenplays. So I've had, just different seasons of my life. And I feel like I've come full circle now because I'm back to writing romance, which I think was my first love.
Yeah, you're so good at it
Uh,
because you don't just write the typical romance. Again, they're funny. Um, when I say that your books are rom-com, they make the perfect. I mean, I kept thinking Sandra Bullock should be in this. This needs to be a movie, and Sandra Bullock needs to be in it.
let's do that.
So tell them a little bit about the new series.
Well, the new series is called, it's the Wedding Letter series. And the first book is called The Wedding Run. And it's about a woman who's getting married. And the day she gets married, she gets a letter from her late mother. Her dad gives it to her, and it changes her world. And she leaves. She decides she is not going to marry that guy. And she runs right into the best man. And well, I won't tell you what happened. You'll have to read it.
Show them that cover because the cover says it all.
There's my cover.
Oh, isn't that pretty? And that just depicts the entire novel. I love it.
And
So the Wedding Run came out just what? 10 days ago, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's up and available for everybody. It's available on Amazon, and for you Kindle Unlimited readers, yay.
Yep.
It's there. It's probably in some libraries, maybe.
I
Have you
don't
distributed
think
to libraries?
so yet.
It will be.
Yeah.
And the really good news is the second book in the series, The Wedding Race, is coming out on September 14th.
I have that. This is my proof cover. So that's why you have the line through the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
But
proof.
that's the next one. And then she has that's going to follow with a Christmas book called The Wedding Ruse, and that's going to come out in October.
Yeah.
So this isn't a series you guys are going to have to wait a long time for. You can get that first book, and then the next one, and the next one, and get a really nice sample of Leanne's writing. And when I tell you that it's a nice escape from television news, from carpooling and all the things that you moms and you teachers and nurses and everybody are juggling, this is the perfect escape.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Kelly.
It's perfect. I have some questions for you. First of all, are you a pantser or a plotter? And for those of you who don't know, a pantser writes by the seat of her pants, and a plotter is just what it sounds like. They kind of plot the novel out before they start writing. Which are you?
I am right in the middle. I'm really a pantser at heart, but having grown up in the publishing industry, you have to have an outline. You have to have a synopsis. You have to know where you're going and present that to an editor. And so there is a part of me that has learned, unfortunately, to write an outline. And it's very loose. I don't like to get into the details because I'm a big picture kind of person.
Yeah.
So I save the details, which really keep me interested as I write,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I kind of do both, actually.
Well, I became a fan of your work long ago. The first novel that I read was the Elvis one. Let me find the name of it again.
Elvis Takes a Back Seat.
Elvis Takes a Back Seat. Oh my gosh, that just had me rolling, and it was so cute, and it was such a cute idea. And then the one, the Ruby Slippers, was kind of a takeoff on the Wizard of Oz in a light way, but it had the ruby slippers on the cover.
Yep.
So tell me what the general theme, even though you've written in different genres and such, I see and hear your voice in every book I read. What would you say is kind of the theme of your work?
Oh, wow. That's a hard question.
Well,
Um,
I can start to answer it, and that is
you answer it. What would you say?
you you entertain. Entertaining is first and foremost in all of your books. Um, they have messages of hope and redemption and those kinds of things, but really your books entertain.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I think I do a lot with families. I like to
Yeah,
write about
yeah,
families um, and the past. Um, I like to write about friendships.
yeah.
And it's kind of funny. I love to write small towns. And I never grew up in a small town, so I don't know why I'm so drawn to them. But it's just fun to write about little quirky, weird characters. And so I like that. Um,
And you have the ability to thread a romance like nobody else. I mean, your romances are so good. I'm trying to remember. Luke Maine was your character in this one.
yeah,
Yes, baby.
he's a
He's
coffee.
everything I would fall in love with.
He's more of a like a beta. He's not an alpha character, but he's a very strong guy, and he's a coffee shop owner. So it was really fun to dig into coffees. And I did a video the other day where I tried to make my own latte with latte art. It was a bomb. I don't know how he does it, but or anybody does it, but I totally bombed it. I tried to make a heart. You know how they make a little heart?
Yeah.
It was just a big white blob on the top. It looked
Well,
like
I think you get a pass because you can do sourdough bread.
me and Taylor Swift, right, baby? She's gonna be my new
Tell me
bestie.
your process for developing characters. Like when I write my books, I have the very first thing I do is I get a picture because I'm very visual, and I will go out and find a celebrity that best depicts my character, and I put it on my plotting board, and then I start to write all the characteristics and kind of their character arc and play with it a little bit. I have to name them. And what's your process?
I don't care what they look like. So that's the hardest
They were
part for
different.
that is in fact the book I'm working on right now. The hero's eyes keep changing color. I'm like, stop. I go right for the heart. What is their goal? What is their motivation? What is their wound? That's all that really truly matters to me. And then as I move through, and I write in first person,
You
so
do. And
the
it's
first person is very close. And I you you don't have any of the I'm looking in the mirror and look at my pretty blonde hair and or my sparkling blue eyes. We don't have any of that in
yeah.
first person really. So or I don't.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the last thing I think about really as I'm going through. I really think about the heart. What's going on with their heart?
Well, and I think the fact that you spent a couple of years studying screenwriting shows. You write clean and like to the heart of things. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of superfluous prose. Whatever you write means something.
Yeah. I went to UCLA for a year and totally loved it. I mean, it was just so fantastic. And I had one really, really awesome teacher. And I just, I think that's what brought me back to romance, actually, because when I started writing some of these scripts, and it's all dialogue, or a lot of it is. I mean, it's all very visual. It made me really think of stories in a different way and think of them more cinematically
Yeah.
than I did a long time ago. And it just made me really focus on, and it just works really well with rom-coms to be able to do all the dialogue. And I realized it was a strength of mine, so it just kind of helped me to look at my writing in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I may be wrong here, but didn't the first book in this series, didn't it start out as a screenplay that you'd written?
It did actually, yeah. I wrote it as a script actually with my daughter, And I think my daughter might be in the chat. I don't know, but I think she was going to try to show up tonight.
I should
And
probably be looking at these chats.
I know. In fact, I will say when I did Ruby Slippers, bless her heart, she was such a trooper because my kids were little when those books came out, and I would drag them to book signings, and or we would go across the country and do some research trip. But I dressed Caroline up as Dorothy with a little basket and a little Toto, and she would go around the bookshop and hand out flyers or hand out bookmarks. I was terrible. But anyway, she's an actor, so she could deal with it.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. So along with that, the character questions I like to ask is, which of your characters in all of your books is most like you?
Oh, I don't know. Probably a villain. I think there's always a little part of us in every character that we write. Even the heroes that I write, there's a little piece of me or somebody that I know, or we just gather from everywhere as we're accumulating stuff.
So I don't remember the name of the protagonist in the Elvis book, but I think that clearly had some of your characteristics in it.
Really interesting. I don't think that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting. I'll tell you a funny story about Elvis Takes a Back Seat. I was beginning that story and I was writing it very seat of the pants. I didn't know what was happening. I just knew this woman, she'd lost her husband and she was young. She was a young widow and she was cleaning out her garage and stuff. So I called my best friend, Dorothy Love, who is also a writer. And I said, we need a brainstorming session. So we were brainstorming and we were like, where could they go? It's a road trip. I don't know where they're going. And she goes, why don't they go to Memphis? And I was like, really, Memphis? She goes, oh yeah, great barbecue. And of course there's Elvis. She had no idea that I had already put the Elvis bust, just because I thought it was funny, in the garage of this woman. And the reason I had an Elvis bust in my head was because a friend of ours actually had an Elvis bust. And so, we pulled from everywhere, right? Yeah. And so she was like, it should be in Memphis. And I was like, how'd you know Elvis was there? And she was like, I didn't. And so that just launched that book. It was so fun. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, my weird brain is in there somewhere, I guess. But I don't know. I don't recognize myself, I guess. Do you recognize yourself in different?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, there's some characters that even my sister would say, Kelly, that's you. I'll just let the readers figure out which ones. Which of your characters do your readers most love to hate?
Oh.
Any
Well, I think usually there's not someone to hate in rom-coms, really. Maybe like the villain in my thriller, my Amish vampire series. Okay, you can laugh. Amish vampire. Yep. Laugh.
So that right there tells you everything you need to know about Leanne. She is not afraid to try anything. And those books were really funny too. I mean, they were great.
I think outside the box.
You do.
Very far outside the box.
But it makes it fun.
It does.
And really, when you get inside the story, it's still the traditional story style. Yeah. So tell me one of your most quirky writing. Give me a writing quirk that you have.
A writing quirk.
Mm-hmm. Like, do you have to have something on your desk to drink every time you write, or do you? What's a quirk?
A quirk for me is if it's not going well, I go find something to eat. If I start getting really big, I'm having trouble.
I keep candy in my drawer. For that.
Look, well, this is where I write. You're in my writing space.
Me too.
These are my dog treats.
Oh, there you go. Yep. There's nothing like a little bit of sugar that'll get you by when you hit Hit a snag. Oh, that's adorable.
It's cute. It's like
Oh,
a little weight. Yeah.
that's really cute.
So I have I have books all around me because
Yeah.
I'm a writer.
Yep.
I have to have books.
Yeah, me too. Let me see if I
And
can. Yep. See.
so I have pictures and I have books. And oh, I'll show you this. Look at this. Sorry about that. Do you see this little?
Oh, huh?
I was in Austin. My daughter was filming. She's an actor, so she was filming something. And I had gone down to Austin with her, and I went to a bookstore so I could write. And this woman was coming through, and I don't remember what happened, but she needed help or something, so I helped her. And next thing I know, she's coming over and she's like, "I've got these little angels. Thank you for helping me. Would you like one?" And she let me pick out the color, and that's sweet.
It
So
is very sweet.
I got that sitting here.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So I always ask every author guest this question. Which do you prefer, writing the first chapter or writing the last chapter of your novel?
Oh, writing the last chapter. Slam dunk.
Oh, mine's the first chapter. I love new beginnings. Yeah. And by the time you get to the end, I'm freaked out that have I gotten all the threads tied up, you know?
Yeah.
And
Well, by the time I get to the end, I
Mhm.
know the beginning better.
Yeah.
So I can go back and rework it. But also, I will say probably I like the first and the end the best. It's the second chapter
Oh,
or third. It's always, I write in layers. So like I write the whole book and then I go back and I layer and so I
really?
I really prefer.
Totally different than my style. Totally.
I know. My brain cannot wrap around what you do.
Yeah. No, I write very linear and I cannot move on until what's behind me is clean and ready to go. And then I just keep chugging and at the end I'm done.
I don't think mine's ever clean and ready to go.
I mean, I may go in and make a few edits, but based on minor things, but really mine's pretty clean. But I'm doing a lot of revising chapter by chapter.
Right. Well, that's what I loved about. I did all three. Well, actually, all four. There's four in this series. There's 3 books and then a novella. And when I had them all complete, which was really great because then I could go, I really need to put this in over here, and I could pull those threads a little bit better throughout the whole series. Like when I wrote, I've only done maybe 2 or 3 series before this. So my Amish vampire series, you just can't say that without laughing, can you? Anyway, so when I did that series, I wrote 1 book, sent it in, waited to get a contract for the next book, then wrote that one. And it was harder because if I left something out of the first one, I couldn't do anything about it.
You couldn't go fix it. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I always say we have the best job ever. I mean, truly.
Absolutely.
I absolutely adore what we get to do. And we get to do that because readers support us and support our work. And we're, I think I can speak for Leanna too. We're eternally grateful for every single book that you guys buy or borrow from the library or borrow from KU. It's very appreciated. So the next question is, what do you do for fun?
What do I do? I make sourdough.
Yes, good
Sourdough is
and you travel.
Yeah, I've just been doing sourdough for like a year, and I love it, and my family loves it, which is really
so
nice.
does my family.
When my daughter comes in from New York, I usually send some back with her, and when she goes through TSA, the first time she went through, they were like, "What's this in your bag?" And she was like, "Sourdough. It's my mother's." So and they just let her take it through. So I love doing sourdough. This week, well, this was kind of work related. I was doing research on a pie and I made a peach pie.
Oh.
Pie is not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like eating pie, but making pie crust.
Yeah. I just don't bake anything very well.
Well, my husband's really happy that I'm trying, but it was a disaster. So anyway, I do that on the side. What else do I do? I read a lot. I love to go see movies. I love to walk. I love to go to Pilates. Pilates is my I love it. In fact, well, my daughter started going during the pandemic and she got me to start going. And I love it. I really do. It's been great.
Makes you
And
feel, yeah, because one of the dangers of what we do is the constant sitting.
yeah.
I've probably shared on here before, but I ended up with some nice blood clots out of the thing. And, you know, I don't know if it was sitting, but it certainly exacerbated the situation. So
Well,
I have a timer. I have to get up and walk around the desk.
yeah, I get so in my head
Mm-hmm.
that it helps pull me out of my head
Yeah.
and my body. And I love it. It's really, I usually go late in the afternoon, early evening, because then I've worked all day and it gets me out of all of that. And forces me to think of something else.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm such a workaholic.
Mental break.
I just love to think about my characters and what's going on in the story. And so it's good for me to think about something else.
What do you think is on the horizon for your in the next 6 months to a year?
Well, I have 2 other series coming out. One is old cowboy stories that I got the rights back to. I'm very excited. Yeah, so I just recently went through those and kind of updated them a little bit. Like they were written before cell phones. Think about it.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I had to give my cowboys some cell phones.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I've got another series that is related to the wedding letter series. It's called the Love Note series. And it also takes place in Storybrooke. So I'm working on that right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this has really, really been fun. I mean, I'm such a fan. I was excited to share with everyone. Before, there's 2 things I want to do. I usually always end with rocket fire questions.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have you talk about your giveaway. And then I am going to say that I just went on here to look at the comments, and I didn't see the live on the group. That doesn't mean it's not there. But if it's not, we're just going to post it there. And the, you know, the people that are over there can enter at that time. Now, you know, Leanna will talk more about this, but the way you enter our contest here on She's Reading is you simply comment. So if you are on YouTube and that's where you're viewing from, comment on YouTube. And Leanna and I will go in and take a look and respond, and your name will be put in the Rafflecopter drawing. If you are on the She's Reading business page, where this is originating from, you can comment right there as well. And same thing, your name will be in the contest. If you are on She's Reading group, She's Reading with Kelly Coates Gilbert group, same thing. Put the comment and we'll make sure that you're in the contest. And if by any reason we get off this and I find that this did not share and get over there, I will post a link and we'll make it so that you can see it after the fact. And again, technology is kicking me again. So the rocket fire questions. Are you ready? This is just this or this. Okay. All right. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Pie or cake?
Cake.
Beer or wine?
Oh, wine.
Stilettos or flip-flops?
Oh, tennis shoes. Okay. See, I think outside the box.
Tennis shoes. Okay. Dawn or sunset?
Dawn.
Okay. Swimming or walking?
Walking.
Okay. Cook or takeout?
Takeout.
I think most authors. Campground or resort?
Oh, campground.
Oh, okay. And the last one, flowers or massage?
What was the first one?
Flowers or massage?
Oh, massage.
Okay. All right. So there you have it. You know my friend Leanna a little better than just a half hour ago. And you now have some new books to check out. And I hope you do. The Wedding Run was really, really a cute read. everything that cute cover depicts. Put that cover back up. Very, very cute. And again, it's available on Amazon and in Kindle Unlimited. And before we go, Leanna, tell them just a little bit about the giveaway.
Okay. Well, Kelly told you all about how to enter. So I'm going to give away an ebook from Amazon because that's what it's on. And then also for anybody who comments, I'm going to post a link for the prologue that is not anywhere else. So everybody can read the prologue, which is really just Libby and Charlie and Elle's mom, and how kind of a little bit about her romance with the dad, and then how she writes the first letter.
Oh, so, okay. Well, you heard it here first. Everybody who comments is going to get the prologue.
Yep.
Complimentary prologue. So you must comment. And if you have any questions for Leanna, while we were talking, if you thought of some questions, post those. She'll answer them in the comments. This doesn't end when we end live. She'll get on there and spend some time, and I'll come on too. And as always, we have so enjoyed you being here. Thank you so very much. And remember, put it on your calendar. We're going to try to hit these the first Thursday of every month at 6 o'clock Central. And a little side note, I'm going to be doing a lot of lives now that we've got this new platform, and I miss them, and we're going to be doing them all over the place. We'll be doing them on Gilbert Girls and She's Reading and my Facebook page. And for those of you who are in my Patreon group, a little plug here, come check out on Patreon, because we do some very special things in Patreon. That's where my girls hang out. We do book club in there. You get lots of free gifts in there. We're just buddies and a really fun reading community there. And I also host every other Monday on my book friends on Facebook. And Leanna is going to be there for the big Bookapalooza in early December. So anyway, that's it. I think we're done. And this was so fun.
It was. Thank you, Kelly. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming. And we'll see you guys in the comments. All right. Take care.